Apologizing when you have done nothing wrong is not polite. It is self-betrayal. It is a quiet act of treason against your own sovereignty. You offer the word sorry as a peace offering, hoping to de-escalate a conflict or soothe someone's feelings. But you are not creating peace. You are surrendering. You are confessing to a crime you did not commit. And in doing so, you are validating the manipulator's frame. You are teaching them that their emotional comfort is more important than your reality. You are handing them the most powerful weapon in the arsenal of psychological control: guilt. You are living in a world designed to exploit your conscience. You have been programmed to believe that a good man is one who takes responsibility, who avoids causing others pain, and who is quick to make amends. This programming is a vulnerability, and it is being weaponized against you. The guilt you feel is not a sign of your moral failure. It is the evidence of a successful psychological attack. You are not broken or a bad person. You are simply a soldier fighting on a battlefield you were never trained to understand. The mechanism of this attack is the guilt trap. It is a simple but brutally effective power dynamic. The manipulator casts themselves in the role of the victim. By doing so, they automatically and implicitly cast you in the role of the persecutor. No one wants to be the villain. Your natural instinct is to reject this label. To prove that you are not the persecutor, you must appease the victim. You apologize. You concede. You give them what they want. The trap has snapped shut. They have successfully used your own conscience against you to achieve their objective. This is the core mechanic of emotional blackmail. The manipulator manufactures a moral crime. They take your independent decision, your personal boundary, or your lack of compliance, and they frame it as an act of aggression. You are being selfish. You don't care about my feelings? I can't believe you would be so inconsiderate. These are not expressions of genuine hurt. They are indictments. You are being put on trial, and the manipulator is both the prosecutor and the judge. Your apology is your guilty plea. Their forgiveness is your sentence. And the sentence is always compliance with their demands. To dismantle this trap, you must first learn to recognize its language. Emotional blackmail is rarely direct. It hides behind phrases that sound like pleas for love or fairness. The most common is the conditional statement. If you really loved me, you would. This phrase is a masterclass in manipulation. It links a specific action to the very definition of your love and character. It creates a false choice. Either you comply with their demand, or you are a person who does not love them. It is a loyalty test where the only passing grade is submission. Another key insight is understanding the difference between empathy and enabling. Empathy is the ability to understand and acknowledge another person's feelings. It is a sign of emotional intelligence. Enabling is taking responsibility for another person's feelings. It is a sign of weak boundaries. Empathy says, I understand that my decision has made you upset. Enabling says, I am sorry that I made you upset. The first statement acknowledges their reality without sacrificing your own. The second statement accepts blame for their emotional reaction, which is something you can never truly control. A mature adult is responsible for managing their own emotions. It is not your job to do it for them. One of the highest levels of this manipulation is the use of tears. Crying is a powerful biological response that is designed to elicit sympathy and care. It can be a genuine expression of sadness or pain. But in the context of a conflict, it can also be a potent tool for shutting down logic and forcing a concession. When someone begins to cry, after you have set a boundary. Your programming screams at you to comfort them, to take back what you said, to apologize. You must learn to resist this impulse. You can be empathetic to their sadness, while remaining completely firm in your decision. You can separate the emotion from the demand. This requires you to develop practical, repeatable techniques for holding your frame under pressure. The first and most essential is the broken record technique. It is your shield against the chaos of their emotional arguments. When you set a boundary or state a decision, and they respond with guilt, anger, or tears, you do not engage with their new argument. You do not defend yourself. You do not explain your reasoning again. You simply and calmly repeat your original statement. I am not going to lend you the money. They will argue. They will bargain. They will accuse. You will calmly reply, I understand, but I am not going to lend you the money. This technique short-circuits their attack. It communicates that your frame is made of steel and that their emotional tactics have no effect. To support this technique, you must arm yourself with specific, neutral language. Phrases like, I understand you feel that way, but my decision stands, are your ammunition. This phrase is powerful because it validates their right to their feelings without validating their right to control you. It is empathetic but unyielding. Other phrases include, I'm not willing to discuss this further while you are yelling, or we can have different perspectives on this. My answer is still no. These statements are not aggressive. They are declarations of sovereignty. You are calmly asserting your right to your own mind. Let's be clear. This is not about becoming an unfeeling monster. A man who uses these techniques is not cruel.
He is clear. He is not unloving. He is unsubmittable.
The world has been taught to confuse kindness with compliance. They are not the same thing. True kindness can sometimes mean holding a firm boundary so that a person can learn to manage their own life. Constant enabling is not kindness. It is a slow-acting poison that cripples the people you claim to care about by protecting them from reality. Consider a simple example. A man's family member constantly asks him for money, using guilt to get it. After all we've done for you, you can't help me out? The untrained man is caught in the trap. The guilt is overwhelming. He gives them the money, but his resentment grows with every transaction. He is enabling their financial irresponsibility. Now, consider the man with a cold mind. He is faced with the same demand. He replies, I care about you, but I am not going to give you any more money. The guilt trip begins. I can't believe you're being so selfish. He uses the broken record technique. I understand you see it that way, but my decision stands. The tears may start. He uses a boundary statement. I can see this is upsetting for you, and I am sorry you are in this position, but my decision is final. He has shown empathy for their struggle without taking responsibility for their choices. He has broken the cycle. Your conscience is your own property. It is not a public utility for others to plug into whenever they need to power their own agenda. You must become the sole governor of your own moral landscape. Stop allowing other people to define for you what it means to be a good person. A good person can say no. A good person can have boundaries. A good person can refuse to be manipulated by tears or by imaginary debts. Your journey to freedom begins with the termination of the automatic apology. Stop saying you are sorry for things that are not your fault.
Stop apologizing for having an opinion, for needing space, or for enforcing a standard. Save your apologies for the rare occasions when you have genuinely violated your own moral code. When used sparingly and with sincerity, an apology is a powerful tool. When used as a reflex to avoid conflict, it is a confession of weakness. The fear of being seen as the bad guy is the cage that keeps you trapped. You must be willing to be misunderstood. You must be willing to sit in the discomfort of someone else's disapproval. Their opinion of you is not your reality. Your self-respect is. When you stop betraying yourself to please others, you will find that the respect you gain from yourself is worth more than the conditional approval you once begged for. So the next time you feel that familiar pang of guilt, that urge to apologize for a crime you did not commit, I want you to pause. Ask yourself, is this my conscience speaking, or is this their manipulation? Am I taking responsibility for my actions, or am I being forced to take responsibility for their emotions? Your conscience is yours to govern, not theirs to manipulate. Who holds the gavel in the courtroom of your mind?